Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Monday, January 19th, 2026. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. If you're new here, it's a timeless read. You can switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Only take what applies and toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit if it does not. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? Thank you for joining me. I love you guys so very much. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message, please? Okay. Love does not begin. Love begins in reverse. One. So somebody's been really manipulated or acting manipulative around you. Not very loving. Somebody's out of control, maybe. Maybe doing love spells, lust spells. Whoever this is certainly not showing any kind of emotions that are good. Maybe draining emotions and draining energy. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. No compassion, mercy, grace. Not happy, no new beginnings, no peace. I'm really picking up somebody's very selfish. That's the overarching energy. So it's time to leave. Yeah. Temptation in reverse. Somebody can't bind themselves to you. It's a non-binding contract if it's a contract. You're not toxic, you're not karmic, you're not going to do this, okay? You're getting some distance between you and them. You're detaching, or you have detached. You're not doing it, I just heard. Congratulations. They can't tempt you. If they're doing love and lust spells and come to me spells, it's not working. Yeah. Earth angel, you transmute and alchemize. You're very fair and balanced, peaceful. You're healed. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You're divinely protected. So if they're doing any spell work, you alchemize and transmute. Somebody may want to reconcile with you, and that's why they're sending you these love spells. Yeah, somebody is a liar. There's no truth here. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They were... I don't know. They really want to misjudge you. Somebody made some poor decisions here. They want you to make poor decisions. No second chances. Somebody's getting some karma. Yeah. Gold diggers and cloud chasers. There will be no second chances. Okay. They're coming. This is fated. This is changed divine timing as well. You're on top of this wheel. Congratulations. You're very fortunate. And they can't trap you in fear. You let them go. You release them. You removed all obstacles. They can't restrict you. They can't hold you back. They can't attach a false narrative and or any kind of energy or entities to you. You are free. Somebody's afraid. Somebody's afraid. They want you to be afraid. And just heard, Afraid of what? Losing them? Whoever this is, I don't know if it's love, friend, family, and or business, but whoever this is they're not there for you. They're there to take. They're there to hurt. They're there. I don't know what they're there to do, but this is not good for you. This could be a soulless being. Love begins in reverse. They're very manipulative, wearing a mask, okay? Doing magic. Somebody's investigating something. Uh-oh. This is not a happy day for somebody. And somebody else is putting on a big show. Place it where it belongs. Somebody's under investigation. They need to come back around towards you for some reason to get something from you or to ask you to back them up on something. Or this could be somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. But they say they could be saying that they're in your life all the time. And they need that connection with you for some reason. They need to get your phone. Yeah, burning evidence or deleting evidence. It's game over. Something's destroyed, shattered, broken, effed up, and something's about to go up in flames here. It's about to explode. Issues about to pop off and go up in flames. Something to do with a divorce or breaking a contract. It doesn't have to be a divorce or separation, but it could be some sort of different contract that's breaking here, and somebody's feeling insecure about this. They want you to feel insecure. Maybe you are going for a divorce, and somebody, maybe you got a private eye involved. And somebody wants you to feel insecure about your rights, about your stance in this divorce, what you stand to get, if anything. Or they're feeling insecure that they can get anything out of you. Place it where that belongs. Yeah, it takes all kinds, right? I love you, I love you. What can you give me once we're divorced? Yeah, that doesn't sound like love to me. So love begins. Somebody shows you no love, mercy, kindness, or compassion. You got a private eye involved. Yeah, you found somebody who's putting on a show. Or so this could be the cops investigating something for something else. I don't know what this is. Somebody's really salty, bitter, angry, and petty. And this could be you. You're just finding out this person's not who you thought they were. Somebody's very two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. Yeah, harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. You're very balanced. You're going to keep things balanced in your life. And somebody's drowning. They could have promised you harmony, balance, peace, and happiness, and this is what's happening instead. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. Somebody needs to heal, or that's what they wanted you to feel. But you're healing. Self-care, introspection, and meditation. They're puzzled here. They could have been doing a lot of spell work on you, I just heard. And they're puzzled why you're still balanced. You're still healed. You still managed to heal. Confused, perplexed, and conflicted. It's been a long time. Why is none of this working? Well, delay, procrastination, too busy. Something's delayed. They're trying to delay something because they're trapped. They're trapped in whatever this is. Stuck, no options, unforgiveness. They're trying to trap you into something. Has something to do with wealth. Yeah, established, settled, secure, and wealthy. You're nurturing, mentor. You could be a mentor. You're very wise. You give back. They're going to be facing some legalities here, lawyer, court paperwork, or they are lawyers, court personnel. Recharge. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. I wasn't going to take that, but I am. Recharge. Okay, that could be getting your bearings, healing, building up some strength, healing, but breathe, let it go, and clear your mind. But I'm also saying somebody's getting recharged for a crime. There's going to be second charges or recharges. Somebody's a narc, egotistical, opportunistic, fragile, waves, emotions, worry, and fear, clingy. Somebody's in the shitter here. Old ex, could be your ex or somebody else's ex. Dead relationships and old ways. Somebody's feeling hopeful here, inspired, optimistic, and success that their magic is going to work. They did some sort of jar spells as well, right? You're glowing up instead. New opportunities, new career, successful business. None of this is working. Why? Because you're a divine feminine energy, male or female. And you're watched over, and you're provided for, and you're protected. You did the work. You've elevated and ascended. You're here for a greater purpose, not just to play these fuck shit games with this person. Okay? Their life is stagnating. They wanted your life to stagnate. Dead end, frozen while they stole your energy or your life or your destiny or whatever this is. Okay, this is a third party wannabe hoe bag that deserves to live under a bridge somewhere that wanted your life and thought they deserved it. Okay, male or female? I get your number. You're nothing but pathetic, okay? Thinking you could be somebody you're not. But. There's some sort of crime that's been taking place here. So, love begins in reverse. This ain't love. It's manipulation. It's spell work. It's corruption. Investigating, salty and bitter. Sabotage. They try to sabotage you. They sabotage themselves. Oh, gaslighting. A lot of bullshit going on here. Self-reliant. They didn't expect that you would be self-reliant. You wouldn't need them. You wouldn't need anybody. You got God, right? Who else do you need? Nobody. Something to do with your family. They're blaming you. They're being blamed. They're playing the blame game. Rivalry here. Okay? Sibling, I just heard. Folie à deux. So there's at least two people who are sharing the same psychotic disorder. Okay? Sounds like narcissism, if you ask me. Mental illness. What can I say? They claimed you had mental illness. I just heard you're the sanest out of all of them. Yeah, these are frenemies are involved as well, or their frenemies are involved. Sinking them, I heard. Somebody's obscene. They said obscene things. Oh, obscene mouth. Maybe you swear. Maybe you say the F-bomb a lot. So what? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just fuck. It's just F-U-C-K. It means nothing. It's not against God. It's not demeaning towards God. It's just an expression. Doesn't mean you're not worthy. You're not spiritual. You're not religious. You're not a child of God. Some burnt bridges here. You're leveling up. They try to level up off of you. You have victory and success coming towards you. You're very righteous. If you're angry, you have righteous anger. You have every right to be angry. Yeah, something to do with spiritual hygiene, physical hygiene. You better start taking care of it. This is your siblings. I knew it. Somebody was comparing and in competition with you. It's a thief of joy. We keep saying that. Stop comparing. Stop wanting to be somebody else. Yeah, competition. Again, they're just hammering it home. Secrets are revealed. Somebody's cheap. Cheap date, cheap person. Ah. So they went and found somebody and shopped around for these hexes and curses and spell work, and they went to the cheapest one. Oh boy. And for unalive, they were trying to do unalive spells on you. Somebody's while they're drunk or high. Good for them. These people are false. They were power hungry, caught red-handed. There will be some arrests. There's an investigation here. They're exposed. Persona non grata. They're trying to make you feel like you didn't belong, that you're not important. It's the other way around. Okay, you've dodged many bullets. Now they're trying to dodge them. Yeah, I hear that there's an investigator that really does respect you. They respect your opinion. Somebody's opinionated, maybe. You're allowed to be. Everybody has an opinion, okay? It doesn't mean it's gospel, right? They don't like your opinion. You get some new beginnings. Congratulations. There's a release of something here. You release them. The minute you released you let go of this situation, these people, you took your energy away. Things started to turn. Yep, they're going to release an inheritance to you. Or they released an inheritance that wasn't theirs to them. Somebody's in poor health. They claimed you were in poor health. Poor mental health. You couldn't advise. You couldn't make decisions. So they're doing it for you. Yeah, they were doing magic on you for sure. They're baited. You could be the spiritual bait. They're trying to bait you. They're hostile and confrontational. Endings. Unalives and endings. They wanted you gone. They're going to be responsible for this. You're a chosen one. They're trying to control the outcome here, I just heard. Somebody's examining a situation here. Someone's very insecure. Something to do with a one-night stand. Somebody's giving somebody the side eye. Maybe they're trying to impress or lies saying that somebody had a one-night stand with you, or they're trying to get in there to get a one-night stand. I don't know. Somebody's ignorant, okay? They might be trying. Oh, I don't like this part of it. If you have adult children, they might be attacking them and playing games with their mind. There could be somebody got pregnant or said they're pregnant or trying to get pregnant. Or trying to get somebody else pregnant, place where it belongs, to fuck your children up. If they get rid of you, they have to get rid of your children. That's what I just heard. Damn. Yeah, somebody has no faith, and you do. Parent or step-parent, what did I tell you? Okay, they're trying to be a parent. You're a parent of something to do with stepchildren or step-parents or whatever. Place where get-rich-quick schemes. Incel, involuntary celibacy. Unfair advantage, good news, wealthy. There's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of crickets here. Okay. You're honest. Honesty. Somebody's a creep. Somebody's partner's a creep. A manipulator. This could be a friend as well. A gold digger and a clout chaser. You're very brave and courageous. Somebody's angry, and you have every right to be angry if this is you. They disrespected you, okay? You've had to do a lot of healing. They need to heal. These people are bullies. Something about your best friend or somebody else's best friend, middle-aged, and it's disgusting. They're being blackmailed or trying to blackmail you or somebody else. It's a disgrace. Love bombing, something to do with a weapon. Using spell work for a weapon. I just heard pain. Childish and immature. Trying to steal your gifts. Or they're going to say that this money was, you gifted it to them because you're not all there. Poisoning the minds of others. They're trying to poison you. That's unpredictable. You're unpredictable. Somebody's brought her overseas and they're trying to get some reactive abuse out of you. In front of a doctor, healthcare worker, therapist to say that you're crazy. Somebody from a distance wrote a medical report on you based on reactive abuse. Poke, 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 and you lost your shit. You have every right to be angry. Like I said, righteous anger. I keep picking this up in this read. These people took the piss. They did the most. You have every right to be angry and defend yourself. But they did this for a reason. For a doctor or healthcare worker, maybe online, in real time, watching you lose your shit and say, oh yeah, that person's crazy. They shouldn't be allowed to handle their money. This family should handle the money. Okay, give me some money. I already did it. Okay, I filled out the report. Don't leave me alone now, right? And slander, rumor, and gossip. There you go. Temptation. And now they're in fear because the truth is coming out. So they're in fear of losing all of what they gained off of you. They presumed. Okay? Something to do with a birth. Now they're groveling. Now they want to negotiate. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? Child or children, what I tell you. It's involved. Player energy. Now they need to settle. Because somebody was crying wolf. Oh, this person's so mean to me, they're crazy. They want you to toe the line. I don't think so. Not your line. Mm-mm. Or they're going to have to toe the line concerning these investigators and court officials. Okay. It is what it is. Losers. And now they cry. Love begins. This isn't love. One in reverse. It's manipulation. It's magic. It's corruption. Somebody wearing a mask, right? Not having all the resources they need. Somebody's not happy. There's no peace here. There's an investigation. Somebody's salty now. It's all self-sabotage. They tried to sabotage you. They've sabotaged themselves by doing this. They have no one to blame but themselves. They're all salty, bitter, and angry and petty at you. You did nothing. I heard you've done nothing. You turned off that love. You turned off that energy. Ooh, now they're finding out. If I don't find out. You're balanced in alignment. Somebody's making a head-over-heart decision, weighing options. Somebody's definitely juggling you and or money or playing games here. Trying to maintain something. Maintaining their lies? Go along with my lies. No. Yeah, you're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You could be a business owner. You don't have to be. Somebody wanted something all for themselves, right? Your money, your own business, right? You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. If this is an inheritance, you're the only heir, or you will be. Somebody lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They abused you and they were jealous of you, okay? This is news they don't want to hear, that you're still standing on your own, still self-sufficient. Meanwhile, they said you were crazy and you couldn't handle your affairs, right? Make it make sense. People don't want to hear this, okay? They're stalking you. They're harassing you because they can't get their own way. They can't make you look unstable. A lot of magic, illusions, deception, manipulation. Out of control. They don't have all the resources they need. This is corruption. They're out of control. They lost control. No power here. They can't manifest. They're grieving and regretting their parting ways. Could be far away from home, getting kicked out of somewhere. They wanted to get something quickly without doing the work. It wasn't theirs. They wanted it all for themselves, right? They put you last. Now they're regretting this. It's very disappointing because this is a backfire. There's no communication. They cut ties with you because of how they treated you. You cut ties with them. They can't come back around to finish the job or whatever this is, or to compound things, to make things seem a certain way. There's been no communication. Something stopped suddenly. They didn't want to let go. They didn't foresee this, okay? They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. If this is a relationship, they were non-committal. They just wanted you to wait. This is somebody that didn't want you to have a better life than them, go further in life than them. They didn't want your ships coming in. They didn't foresee this. They didn't plan it out sufficiently, okay? They don't know what they're going to do. They can't move forward with something. Their plans are falling apart and they're not prepared. Yeah, this is somebody with authority or thought they had authority. They abused it. They didn't do the right thing. Didn't take the noble approach. No morals, ethics, or honor. It could be a poser, a player. It could be a warlock. This is all about ego, arrogance, conceit, pridefulness. This is a coward. They do things behind closed doors, right? They could have had their power or their authority taken away from them. This is somebody who's a follower, not a leader, and they're angry now. They are angry because they bit off more than they can chew. Oh, they getting showed up in a court case. This is a judge, leader. This could be the divine. Could be a platform as well, or a marriage or commitment. Somebody's getting let go. Seeing clearly what's been happening here. It could be an institution as well. Not in denial. You're not mentally conflicted. This could be a therapist. Getting let go, letting go of this. This could be this false therapist that they hired. I don't know. Place it where it belongs. It also could be the divine. It could be you, spiritually high ranking. You'll see them in court. They have to release something, or they got something released because of this therapist's say so. They want you to unblock them. So does not. You refuse to be their victim. You saw clearly what was happening here. There's no more stalemate. They wanted to get something released, so they got this therapist or judge or leader or false prophet to come in and do their bidding. Right? Yeah, not gaslighting. A lot of gaslighting. Mind games, power plays. Poking the bear, reactive abuse. Somebody sees clearly what's taking place here. So if they recorded you, whether it's a recording or a video of you losing your shit, they're not showing how you got there. Anybody worth their salt, a judge, a leader, somebody in a position of power is going to see that. Pay attention to that, right? These people are fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. We saw that as well. They don't want to be compromised. They don't want to be challenged. If this is a leader, a therapist or something, a doctor, okay? They can't handle the they're really conflicted. They don't want this conflict. They don't want to be challenged. You took the high road and you walked away with your head held high. You didn't engage. And now they're stuck with this now. Everybody's fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. They thought this would turn out differently. Them coming after you, poking the bear, because you're balanced here, dark and light, right? They're all coming after you. Male or female, doesn't matter. It didn't work out that way. You walked away. You let it go. You didn't play into their hands. You're very strong and courageous. You were always in control. They wanted dominance and control over you. This is somebody that is in their ego. Control over a contract or a decision. That's lovers beneath that. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. These people don't. They made a pledge of allegiance. They made a vow. If it's a doctor of any kind, the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm, to help others. This person was destroying you or trying to aid in destroying you. Okay? Yeah, walking away. You took your energy away. You walked away. You didn't play into their hands. You stayed strong, brave, courageous. You listened to your intuition, which is the moon right there, and something told you, move forward. Take your energy and move forward, leave. And that's what you did before they can really seal the deal with you. You went in search of your 9th and 10th cup. This is 8 of Cups, right? Which is your emotional fulfillment and happiness, a happily ever after. Somebody invested 8 out of 10 cups into this situation to find out there's no emotional fulfillment or happiness in those cups. Somebody's going to have to walk away. Somebody's no longer emotionally invested. If they haven't walked away physically, they sure have mentally. There's a lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. You listened to your intuition. For sure you did. Spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you to calm waters. These are people at a distance here. They secretly did something. Somebody's transitioning. They wanted to attach something to you. An entity, energy, false narrative while you weren't looking. These people are wearing masks, okay? Yeah. Somebody's afraid. Nothing was as it seemed. There are dark forces working here, okay? Yeah, they were talking mad shit. There's a lot of mental, emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse. They abused you. But you're always protected here. This is coming to an end. It could be online as well. Somebody's traveling and or moving, but you're protected. This is victory for you. You're in this laurel wreath. In the old days, laurel wreaths they would give an oracle or laurel wreaths to help them. They would smoke them, right? And the fumes of the laurel wreaths would help them connect with the spirits or, with God, with the deities, whatever. But also it's protection. And also laurel wreaths back in the day in Greece, they would place that for, the Olympians. They would crown them with laurel wreaths because they are champions, right? You're being very protected. This is victory. You could be online. They may want forgiveness now. You healed your heart. It's a blessing in disguise for you. You learned your lessons. You elevated. They're hiding and cloaking, maybe online. Something's ending here. They could be moving. They're trying to hide the fact that they moved. They went a distance to do this. Somebody doesn't want to be investigated, okay? They're going to claim they were unaware. Give me a break. You could have been in isolation. It's time to move out of isolation and go out into the public. Yeah, they need to put something to rest with you. Four Swords, you're at peace. You've healed. Someone's contemplating, praying, strategizing. They're getting intrusive thoughts with the Four Swords coming down on them. Somebody's not resting at all. They're exhausted. It's always a fight. You stood your ground. You have the advantage, or somebody else is standing up for you. You see it for what it was. You always did, I hear. They're trying to block you. Somebody's exhausted. Yeah. They're fighting for this inheritance, family inheritance, life insurance, whatever this is. 10 of Pentacles, trying to keep this going, this family going. There's big fights within this family's organization, this corporation. This was long term. They wanted to hold on to it long term, but they can't. Somebody with a higher perspective is seeing what's going on here, and it's coming to an end. It's a completion. Maybe your ancestors are kicking their ass. I don't know. This is something to do with a legacy, generational wealth. You're staying in your power. You go your own way. Male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. You have authority, spiritual or otherwise. Or somebody was placed with authority, given authority over you. Place it where it belongs. But you're unafraid. You're very confident and bold. You're magnetic. You're attractive. You're attracting. You're bold. You're carefree. And you're confident. You're a creator and a leader. If somebody should tell you about yourself, you're going to tell them about themselves. Okay. You're very protected with the black cat, spiritually speaking. If you're anything like me, my cat Gigi, he was a black cat. He was a Bombay cat, a beautiful cat. If you've never heard of a Bombay cat, look them up. They're like dogs. Okay, they're family friendly. They attach themselves to one person, but they're very good with families. They're like a little dog. They follow you everywhere. They're very smart. They're muscular. It's all muscle. They're like little mini panthers. Beautiful eyes, penny eyes, you know. Even though he's no longer here, I had him for 17 years, and I miss him like crazy. But every now and then, out of the corner of my eye, I can see him. And you know, in the world of spirituality, the Black Panthers do protect, okay? So you're very protected, in case you're wondering. You're taking some action. This is a go-getter. Oh, look at this. You're bringing some justice to your situation. Balance, justice. This is a reckoning. Balance this. The scales are going to be balanced here. You have no worries. They can't attach anything to you, a false narrative, or restrict you any longer. The balance and justice is being restored. They could have released monies or properties into the hands of other people. Somebody's going to open up. You let these people go. You're not worried. You're free. You removed all obstacles. Yeah. You're free to speak your truth. This is law and order, doctor. Somebody wants to be free of this. They don't want to be encumbered. They don't want to be held back by this. If it's a doctor, male or female, it could be you or somebody else as well. Speaking some truth, setting boundaries and cutting them out. Okay, you're very astute, discerning, wise, and intelligent, and intuitive. You're not going to suffer fools gladly either. You said what you said. You're speaking your truth somehow. You could be a speaker of some sort. Okay. This is a scam. You knew it was a scam. They never supported you. If it's a family that says, oh, we are so worried about them, they're crazy, they're not doing the right things, they have addictions, and they're sleeping around, they're homeless, we can't find them, they have STDs, and they're just a blight on society, you know, an embarrassment to this family. They're not altogether there, and they can't handle their affairs, so we must step in for them. You know, it's a labor of love. You do what you do for those you love. Meanwhile, they're not around. They don't give a damn about you. When was the last time they talked to you? But they love your money. Scam. Never supported you. Or this is another professional that's not going to be supporting this therapist's recommendations. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's getting a strip torn right off. Yep. Can't be relied upon. Unbelievable, I just heard. Somebody can't be trusted. They intercepted your money or your mail. They can't come correct. This is not their this is not their rite of passage, not their birthright. Somebody can't come correct. They have nothing of value to offer. They're unreliable, immature, irresponsible, lazy. Don't want to pay up. They never supported you. They never. So they're living off this money that's supposed to be yours, or this property that's supposed to be yours, but they don't give you a dime. I bet you your money comes from somebody somewhere totally different. Not from this insurance, not from this inheritance, not from this trust fund, but they're living off of it. Yeah. Oh, all that glitters is not gold. 7 of Cups in reverse. They can't hide this. They can't cover this up anymore. They can't find. This could be a new person stepping in, a judge, leader, lawyer, head, corporate, the CEO, whatever this is. Doctor, therapist. They can't bribe this person. They can't bribe this person. They're running out of options. This was all illusions. This collaboration, this contract, you know. It's all illusions that they were helping you, working alongside you. Yeah, this is narcissistic. This is a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. Maybe they're trying to help you because you're a psychopath, you're demonic, you're crazy. It's all lies. Pathological liar, user, abuser, cold calculating, and cruel. Self-serving, okay, is all self-serving. This is a very abusive people that were surrounding themselves around you, around your story, around your money. It's all self-serving. They had no authority to speak for you or take any actions on your behalf. Could be at least 3 of them because of the butterflies there. Yeah, somebody did something too quickly. Knee-jerk reactions, right? Somebody lied and said you were sleeping around. Somebody's taking some sort of action. They did something too quickly, hastily, trying to avoid a tower moment, but they brought in destruction. It's ruin for them. They were trying to ruin you, or they brought in this love bomber to come and ruin you. I don't know. Somebody's sick. This is no truth or clarity. They're doing stuff in the dark. There's lack of trust. They can't come near you. You're innocent. They're not happy that you're innocent. Something to do with the past. They have to reunite with you. Something to do with... They know you're not happy. If this is your family, children, siblings, cousins, past life soulmate, yeah, you healed your inner childhood wounds. So they were bargaining on working your triggers. But you healed from them. Somebody's having nostalgic memories here. They know you don't trust them. Yeah. They're on their own. There's no emotions in those cups. Okay, you look at the past, you know it. They never showed you any love. No. You might be the one empath in a narcissistic family. Okay? Lack of trust. Don't see eye to eye. Bye. You're always on your own, even though they claim they're there to help you. It's a family. It's property. It's business. It's stability. This is how they're providing for themselves. You have a firm foundation. You're stable and secure. Yeah, they don't have the proof and evidence to say that you're not secure, that you're crazy. At the end of the road, they can't go any further. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. You get what you give. This was misappropriation of funds. They blew a lot of money. They could have sold a home, or they're profiting off of a home or business. So, can't go any further here. They have to relocate now. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Their back's against the wall. Yeah. God has been guiding them, counseling them. They don't want that. They want the fast people. Quantity over quality. Fast people, things that don't matter. These are people that would rather bend over backwards for complete strangers, and they could be the worst of the worst in society. But you being a family member or a partner or whoever you are to this person, now, as long as they don't give to you, as long as you're not happy, you know what I mean? They want to show you everybody else is better than you, and they, like I said, they could be the fucking lowest of the low, but everybody's better than you according to them. Now they're feeling sorry for themselves. Grieving and regretting, pouting, and then moping, having a pity party. Because, everybody knows they lied. There's been no communication. They can't get to you. There's no truth or clarity. They don't like the answers they're getting. Or the feedback. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You're going to have to let this go. They don't want to. They're holding a grudge against you. Okay? They know they lied. Everybody else is knowing they lied. They're going to get let go. They're going to have to release something. They try to sacrifice you. This is embarrassing. They're stuck. They're trapped. They are stuck and trapped. They're trying to delay something. They don't want people seeing things from a different perspective. They kept you waiting, right, while they were making money off of this. And in this deck, this is usually a King of Pentacles is a little older. And I'm not saying that There's plenty of people that are young that have a lot of money. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But what I mean, the vibe I'm getting from this, there's no foliage here. The only greenery here is what weeds. This person's not manufacturing anything. This is not his money. I say he, it could be a she. He's posing. He's a poser. He's wearing the grapes on his jacket, you know, name brands, to make him look like he is somebody that he's not. He's very materialistic, okay? He's not hardworking, abundant, good with money. He's a spendthrift. He's posing, okay? He's stuck. He's stuck. Okay, so he was making money off of this. Yeah, he's going to have to return this money. He's trying to stall something. Maybe he wanted your destiny. I don't know. But this is lack of awareness for sure. This is a reversal of fortune, change of direction. They're going to have to overturn some sort of court order, return some money and property, overturn something to do with property. There was a false notary stamp on something false. There's forgery. Okay, this is karma. This is karma. Somebody's got to take some action here. They know this is karma. Somebody's taking action. They need to show growth and expansion. If they're watching over your money, they're not supposed to be spending it. They're supposed to be placing it somewhere to let it grow. You know, interest, dividends, right? If it's property, where's the money? Who's paying the taxes? Who's taking care of it? They didn't do a damn thing. It was all self-serving. Somebody with authority over this is going to have to overturn this. Somebody's taking action now. Yeah, somebody's in their emotions. New beginnings for you. Congratulations. You're going to finally find peace, I heard. They're in their emotions. Yeah, this is a family, a group. You're going to be happily ever after for you. From the ace to the 10, this is completion. Yeah, somebody's making a head over heart decision. They see that you are balanced. You were in balance. You're in alignment. Okay, they were playing fucking games. You have wish fulfillment coming towards you. You kept it simple. You kept it balanced. You are a wish fulfillment. You're healthy. You're healed. You're a healer. You're an inspiration. You could be out in the public eye. Your stars have aligned. This is divine intervention, as if by miracles. You're in your north node. What you take out of the world, you pour back in. Yeah, this was somebody's wish fulfillment to steal from you. So you don't get your blessings. This is not their blessings. They're in debt. Oh, yeah. Somebody was stealing. They wanted to take your spiritual gifts. Your blessings? I don't think so. Yeah, this is going to be public. They were showing off. They were bragging. They said something on public record. Okay? You're going to wind up suing them. Or they're going to lose a lot. Oh boy, everything is not fine now. Because you're out in the public eye, this is victory, success, reward, recognition. They're not good. They bore false witness. They perjured themselves against you. They stole money. They're in debt. They took a huge gamble and lost. They didn't want to learn a lesson. Didn't think they needed to. Didn't want anybody investing in you. This was a poor investment. Not very smart at all. Somebody didn't do their due diligence and looked into something. You know, you have to clarify things. So there's professionals going down as well. Oh boy. Somebody's out of money. They're not going to get any more money. They never paid you this money. You were supposed to get a stipend out of this money. They never did. It's all coming out in the wash. Yep. Somebody's happening quickly now. Now that I'm picking up mailman, mail woman, place of where it belongs, but somebody interfered with your mail. This could be a raid as well. Something's happening quickly. The truth is here. Somebody's angry. This could be you or somebody else, okay? This could be a boss, a leader, some sort of father figure, CEO, or this could be a divine masculine, male or female. This is a go-getter. There's a lot of people involved here. There's shit and bricks. This could be the same person or other people. It could be two people sitting on the throne here. At odds. I just heard at odds. Somebody's shit and bricks here. They're on a platform maybe and or they're very nervous, whoever this is. Yeah, they're not getting away with this. They can't move on. They can't leave the country. They can't get into the country. If they took some money of yours or property, sold it, and took the money, the ill-gotten gains, let's say, and they put it into an offshore account somewhere, they can't get at it. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. They kept doing something over and over again. Maybe you're not the first person they've done this to you or the first time. There could have been more than one inheritance or life insurance. They didn't want to learn the lesson. Somebody didn't want to change. Okay, there is no change. There's a permanent, profound ending. This is a loss, heavy-duty loss. They can't overcome this. This is no change. They didn't want things to change. Oh, secrets are coming out right now. So somebody is very underhanded. They can't take you out. They were doing magic. They were shit talking. If there's professionals involved, like lawyers, brokerages, money managers, I don't know, judges, they gave out some false counsel. And they're getting caught up here. A false therapist. There we go. Thank you. They can't knock you off your square. Secrets are coming out now. Somebody was very underhanded. They were doing this online. Somebody's having an emotional outburst. They were doing magic. They wanted you rejected and abandoned. Somebody's really childish, immature, insincere. They're not sorry. They're not sorry at all. They wanted you to feel rejected and abandoned. They were doing magic against you, for sure. They didn't want you to have any beginnings. Yeah, this is a doppelganger, or this is just all a ruse to make, so they can have conservatorship or a power of attorney over you. They trampled all over your rights. They try to disempower you and devalue you. Try to make you sound like you're all that, demonic and evil and irresponsible. Yeah, it is what it is. Somebody was maybe impersonating you on film. I don't know. This is karmic and chaotic energy. Greedy, selfish, jealous, lazy, promiscuous, commanding, demanding, controlling, and possessive. Somebody could be under some sort of possession. I don't know what this is. Possession's 9/10 of the law. Yeah, it's called theft. Okay? Yeah, it's a false contract. Karmic. This is lessons, not blessings. They didn't use their higher wisdom and discernment. This was all stacked against you, done behind your back. False contracts, whether in the ethers or in the 3D. Very, very karmic, okay? No harmony. Bad decisions here. This was, we all make decisions. We all have decisions in life. And this is like a karmic thing. They're getting some heavy-duty clap back now, okay? You're stable and secure. They hate that. They wanted to stabilize themselves off of you. This could be a lot of people involved here. They're dropping this. They don't want to be part of this, or you're not taking on their burdens. Ending a cycle. Yeah, moving forward, overcoming. This is universally driven. This is victory. So this could be you, male or female. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You're hardworking, abundant, and very independent. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're stable and secure. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. So there's a false contract. Okay. They're trying to act as if they're Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in the upright. All these people are trying to act as if they're in the upright. But this could also be you. You used your tuition to get through this. You have a lot of love here to give. Yeah, they got caught. They're not getting away with this. I told you, they're acting as if they're these people. They're not. This is the authorities coming through. You're moving over. You're moving on, and they can't stop you. There's movement now, and they got caught. Trying to move this money, trying to move this property, take it for whatever it is, trying to unload, I hear. Yep, this is fraud and theft. They're going towards lack and loss. They left you out in the cold, on the outside looking in. That's going to be them. Yep, this is a betrayal. They betrayed you. The worst is over, though. There's a harsh and painful end for these people. It's ending a cycle. You're innocent. You have a new beginning in life. Congratulations. They thought you were a fool? No. You know what you were doing. You don't have you have a new beginning. It's an exciting beginning for you. You had so much faith in God. You just, healed. You did what you had to do. You're having fun with life, listening to music, raising your vibrations. You know what I mean? Spirit is your companion right now, guiding you. Even though you're on the edge here, you're safe. They're guiding you. They thought you were a fool. You're not. They're regretting this. You let them go. They have to let go. They wanted you vibing low. They have no excuse for what they've done. They have no protection. They will not win in a court of law. They're stuck. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plan. Something happens suddenly here. Yeah, they're not happy about it. There will be no reconciling, okay? There's a lot of egregious gossip. Somebody's afraid to make a decision. There's not going to be a reconciliation. They're losing friends, cults, covens, secret societies, third parties. The party is over. They're losing their job. Something didn't work. They're no longer working for old Stinky, or addictions, obsessions, codependency issues, trying to take control, trying to I don't know, somebody's bound to something. They're no longer working. They have to pay taxes on something. I don't know. It's a contract. Devil energy, you've healed. They claim that you're not working, that you have addictions. You're in devil energy. I don't know what this is, but you're quite balanced. You're a healer. You alchemize, you transmute, you pour that love into yourself. You're divinely protected and guided by the angels. Earth angel, very fair, you let them go, fair and square. Somebody's unstable and insecure now. Okay, they have no protection. You took your energy away. They can't hold you back any longer. Somebody wants to open up. Oh yeah, you let them go. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. Yeah, judgment's going to be against them. Okay, they made some poor decisions. They don't want to take accountability. They misjudged you. Judgment's going to go against them. It's going to hurt. Yeah, somebody's lies. This is bad news. They lied through rugs and hid hands, and they felt entitled. Okay. Drama starters, loss of children, can't get any outside help. Somebody's very juvenile. This is somebody's getting a good bird's eye view as to who these people are. It was all lies. It was all fucking lies. I'm really picking up this is some sort of therapist or doctor, as well as your family and other people, lawyers, judges, whatever this is. A new judge, a new lawyer, somebody stepped in, the CEO that caught this. They weren't born yesterday. And they went looking. They got curious about you, found you. They're finding out that you're completely alone. This family's not giving you any money. There's no traces of money coming towards you through any bank account, any mail. You're not getting your mail. That you're supporting yourself on whatever you do. They're not part of it. They're not part of your life. That you don't go out. You don't do drugs. You don't drink. You're not selling your ass. You're not crazy. You're not missing. You're not homeless. Now what? Oh, this is heartless and cruel. They were draining the coffers, right? They're not happy now, okay? People are trying to distance themselves from this. You have no addictions, no codependency issues. They can't attach these lies to you. They're not happy. There's an investigation. Somebody was putting on a show as if you were this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, reactive abuse. Let's get them good and mad. Let's tape record this. But they didn't tape record what got you there. And any good judge will know it's a setup. Somebody's very two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. Now they're feeling salty here. Bitter, angry, and petty. Gaslighting everybody. And they self-sabotaged, okay? They try to sabotage you. They sabotage themselves. What can I say? It's just losers. They're all going down for it. Especially this fucking therapist. I can't get my energy off of this therapist. This therapist is a female, I believe. Wow. Who's affiliated with one of your siblings. And they jeopardize their life and their children's lives. It's never going to be the same again after this. Thought they'd make lots of money. Yeah. Okay. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Come to the edge. They're hiding and cloaking a lot. 9, Hermit in reverse. They don't want to heal. They don't want anybody to know. They don't want this getting out. That you're getting some justice. They don't see it coming. Yeah, justice 11 and tarot is justice. Balance. Somebody was following a clown. The book's going to get thrown at them. They had to do something by the book and they didn't. Yeah, unfinished symphony. Over and over and over they did this. Gold diggers and clout chasers. These are clowns, okay? It's fated though. You're very fortunate. Congratulations. You're healthy. You're balanced. You're very wise. These people were wearing masks of greed. Okay? Where the mask is off. You transmute and alchemize. You're quite healthy. They have to balance this out with you now. You're an earth angel or the angels are protecting you. Yeah, somebody wanted a leg up off of you. Yeah, I don't think so. 36. And we're helping them. They're crazy. We must help them. Really? Have they really helped you? Have they been around? Do they even call you to see how you're doing? I bet you they don't. I bet you they don't. But they're enjoying that money, aren't they? Or that property. So we have 36 in reverse. Protection message. Fear is leading the way into places you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now's the time for courage. I know you've got some courage in you. Lots of it. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what you want while you're left alone and unloved. Oh, the drama of it all. So while this was happening, you might have felt like that at one point or a couple times. But I know in my situation, the divine said, don't worry. You're not missing out on anything. Let them have some fun right now. And then we're going to pull the rug out from underneath them. And every one of them is going to have to answer for what they've done to you. And it's going to work out even better than what you could have ever thought, okay? False evidence appearing real, FEAR, is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who in me is afraid? Love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer most likely is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned. In spite of your fear, even when you're not feeling confident, Spirit will always catch you, and they always will. You just have to have faith. They know what they're doing, okay? By the book 11, essential meanings: abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural and family customs, and universal laws. The oracle's message: the universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provide a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. And I think you've practiced the law of detachment here. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. So they're going to have to conform. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. 10. Unfinished symphony, essential meanings: unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. The oracle's message: this is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. So you have to process all of this, or else it's just going to hang around within you and possibly come back around again to make sure that you've learned these lessons. So you have to make sure you've learned these lessons and put it behind you. You need to process this and come to terms with it. It's acceptance, right? Radical acceptance. These people never loved me. They never did. It's all lies. And that's why you're here. This is the role you were tasked to play in this lifetime, maybe. Or this is a repeating role from a past life. Take it for whatever it is, but you've learned something. You've learned a lot. Primarily who you are. Self-love, self-protection. Not giving too much of yourself to everybody. Not just listening to their lies and taking it on as gospel. And not just... And there's professionals out there that, oath of office, they're supposed to watch over us and make sure they do the right things, but not everybody is that way. Okay, we have good apples and bad apples everywhere, and we have to be aware of that and not to feel so helpless, because you're not, and to believe that God is there. You ask him for help, he's there. He's going to help you. Okay, provided you listen to him. When we ask for guidance from God and the angels, sometimes we don't like their answer. It means we're going to have to give something up that we don't want to give up, or is radical acceptance, oh boy, this person really doesn't care about me, or this is not the person for me, whatever this is. Be prepared to hear what they have to say and move forward from there. Okay? Sometimes we have temper tantrums. Each and every one of us does. We don't like to hear what the answers are, and we kick and scream, and we don't want to hear it. We don't want to admit to it, but eventually you come around. Okay? How are we ending this, please, for the collective at this hour? I'm picking up a lot. So, unalive. They wanted to unalive you. Ending, destruction, rebirth, morality. They could have unalived a gentleman to get at this money, this property. If they've done this multiple times, take it for whatever it is. Stability, self-confidence, good news, and realism. This is how they built their business, their stability, off of the unalives of other people. Well, this is a journey. It's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. This is change too. Journey, experience, choice, travel, and movement. Somebody's thoughts. This is a tower moment. Yep. His thoughts. Ideas, dreams, aspirations, and romance. Expectations, 10. Gold diggers, cloud chasers. This is change. The divine has stepped in. So expectations, hope, aspiration, longing, and patience. If you're this female, this is you, or this is a woman that you're dealing with, a lover, number 2, and a male. This is a couple at the helm. There we go. And a meeting, 4. They wanted some sort of stability off you. That's how they're maintaining their business, their home, property, whatever this is. Meeting, romance, friendship, good luck, and harmony. And it's theft. Yep. Contracts here. Decisions made. This is awareness. This is nothing but thieves. Okay. How often does this happen? Male, main significator if you're a man, and or this is a lover. So somebody was love bombing you. A lover got involved. Families involved. Friends are involved. Theft, loss, disappearance, abandonment, and eruption. So if this therapist, I'm telling you, you got a sibling or a cousin that's dating this therapist or married to this therapist or these people, okay? They have it could be part of a secret society, cult, coven, secret society. Yeah, it's a court of law. Justice, conflict, decision, legal proceedings. They're in a web. They got stuck here. Gloomy thoughts, 33 secret societies here. You've ascended. You could be an ascended master, by the way. Somebody's getting the 3rd degree. Sadness, depression, mental illness, and fear. That's what they said about you. And they're trying to make it look that way. Somebody's in military personnel getting on track. You could be a spiritual warrior. What can I say? This is a decision. You're getting on track. You're getting on path here. Responsibility, disciplines, rules, and structure. Yes, you're on your path. What I tell you. You have strength and courage, resilience. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Somebody wanted to dominate, take your path away from you, maybe. Road, great distance, long time, patience. So you had a lot of patience. So you have a lot of hope too, horizon. You went within and did that soul work. You're alone, but you're not alone. This is investigation. Hope, goals, overseas, dreams, and illusions. Somebody took this money outside, or they sold property and they took the money, or there's property outside there where you live. Okay, moonlight, 38, justice being restored here. Okay, enlightenment, truth, femininity, and divine power. You're a divine being. You could be a feminine, you don't have to be, but the truth is here. Okay, you could be in your feminine energy. The truth is here. They could have said you were batshit crazy, but you're not. You're very grounded. This is unconditional love. There we go. Yeah, you're going to get a letter here. Information, news, message, and communication. There you go. It's time. Somebody's going to get some time. Time is out. Time is up for something. Okay, to unalive you maybe. Power, transformation, reincarnation, and secret. So there's a female in her thoughts, a third party, a contract. You made your decision here, I just heard. Dreams, longing, craving for love, and it's a false person. Warning, dishonesty, beware, lies, and guile. Something to do with a house, a business, some sort of stability, yours or somebody else's, okay, or whatever this is, property, home, family, roots, identity, and stability. Yeah, they wanted you gone. Birth certificates, I just heard. Candlelit, birth, unalive, resurrection, sacredness. And it's all about wealth. There we go. 11, being restored. They're going to jail. Imprisonment. Abundance, money, gain, and generosity. Imprisonment. This is 11 yet again. This is justice. Imprisonment, constraints, limitations, secrets, and misfortune. And there's sorrow. A lot of people could have lost their life in the pursuits of this, or they will be losing their life. A lot of sorrow here. Higher powers involved. This is an institution that's involved. The decision's been made. Contracts, despair, suffering, anguish, and sadness. The unalived, a rich lord that was left money towards you, or to you, for you, or property. Idealism, ambitions, business, and favorable luck. And court officials are all involved. All got sticky fingers and palms here. Lawyer, judge, disagreement, and conflict. There we go. Sorry you went through that, but it's getting cleared up. Thank you, Spirit. I love you. There's a time frame on something, and they had to get something done, and they can't. They can't access something, I hear. Where are we going with this, angels? Thank you. Thank you. Page of Pentacles. Somebody's gathered some information. This could be an unalive of a child. I hate to say this. Somebody, there's a new beginning here. It's a payment of some sort for unalive. It could be divination as well, okay? So Page of Pentacles. This is God's song above all. Loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Somebody who's very greedy, gluttonous. Habahuya, 68. You're balanced. They want to reconcile with you. God, the kindest giver. Healing, preserves health and cures diseases. Ten of Swords, they feel betrayed, or they betrayed you. Luia, 17. You're very balanced. You're in your North Node. This is divine intervention. The miraculous God. All eyes are on them now. Revelation protects from sadness, gives revelations and dreams. Yeah, truth and clarity. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They've been exposed. This is illumination. This is the truth. You have healed. You are a healer. 10. These are gold diggers and cloud chasers. This is change as well. You're very fortunate. The vivifying God, Mihiel. Restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. The Hangman, they wanted to sacrifice you. They're stuck and struggling with this now. They're trying to cause delays. They can't overcome this. They're trying to get people to not see things as they truly are, not see things from a different perspective. Somebody's waiting. They wanted you waiting, but this is the end. 21. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Lessons learned. You're very protected. This is victory as well. Somebody might be traveling or moving, but Nel Sha'al, the only God. Yeah, the horns have been, those trumpets have been blown here. Desire for knowledge protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Victory, success, reward, recognition. 6 of Wands. Sihia. 28. This is change. This is your destiny that they were after. This is fated. God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. Yeah, somebody's the caduceus here. Samael, the devil. The severity of God. Somebody wanted to bind you, right? This is something to do with contracts and wanting power and control, addictions, obsessions, codependency issues, toxicity, karmics. Samael, the severity of God, seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. And now they're slinking away? I don't think so. Fool. Damn fool. Okay? Somebody's taking action. This is conscious awareness. You are co-creating with the divine. You have all the tools you need for success. You're manifesting, okay? They were doing love and lust spells against you. Okay, come to me spells. These are liars. Poking the bear, right? The exalting God, Dehuia. Will and new beginnings. Assist with difficult and great undertakings. Yeah, you were willing to do whatever it took to win, right? To hold back from you, to keep things away from you, to have protection. Huh? I'd say it's done now. Whatever they were after, it's done. They're not going to get it. Angels, a little bit more, please. Give us a little bit more at this hour. How dare you? Vehuel. Have a sense of humility. Don't be too proud so you can find peace against troubles. Here, or I can't pronounce it. A healthy, happy life lies ahead. Material prudence should be practiced today. So you don't go out and spend and show off and be somebody you're not, and just it is what it is. Manukau. Contain your anger today and don't get worked up. It's not a big deal anyway. Aniel. Meditation is important today. Aniel will help you find peace of mind. Nithahia. Pay attention to signs and symbols you see. They offer new wisdom. This is the Magician card, by the way, in the regular deck. Somebody's doing magic, and now they're looking over their shoulder. Nobody's standing there. They got crickets. Nobody's backing them up. The only thing behind them is the attachments they try to place on you, and they're freaking out. Akahiya. Keep your head down and try to be both serene and busy. Allow your eyes to be opened. And Amon. There may be a friendship that is no longer as strong as it was. Now's the time to repair that friendship. I don't think so. Ain't no friend of mine. If they're watching this happen, they knew it was, if they partook in this and they never stood by me, fuck you. Okay, if you're not there when I'm going through my roughest time, you're not going to be there when I'm going through my best. Omael. You're being crowned. Congratulations. Have patience. Today, your focus should be production and creation. I love this for you. So just get down, do what you have to do, work, take care of you. Don't worry about what's going on in the background. They're being taken care of, if you know what I mean. And they're not having a good time at all. I love this for you. Congratulations. By the way, I did another read with an extension for the members. I think I'm going to post both in the membership for members because it's a little bit delicate. Let's put it that way. So if you're a member, it'll be there for you later. If you're not a member and you wish to be, you could become a member on my main channel page. The join button will be there. Just a heads up, I can't get rid of the second tier. You don't need to go there unless you want to give me more money, and that's always welcome. Thank you very much. But tier 1, everybody gets the same. Okay, you're more than welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being with me, believing in me. You honor me. I love you guys so very much. And until next time, take care.